Welcome to Adcore Podcast with Adi Gurudas. So this is your guide to navigating the world of entrepreneurship, self-development, financial freedom, and just getting best at what we are doing. Welcome to Adcore Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us straight from Vrindavan. Radhe. Balaram
Radhe.
Das Prabhu. Prabhu. I know you're very busy out there. You're doing so much work. You're doing so much service and seva coming from Vrindavan, India. And you also have here some projects here in the Philippines and also from other country as well. You've been so much inclined in so many things in school, music, in a project like this, and running the ashrams as well as initiatives. So Prabhu, before we continue, can you introduce yourself? Just let our viewers and audiences know about you.
Okay, so my name is Balaram. So this is how they call me in Bhakti community, and also this is what this is how I introduce myself now, even in art scene or music scene or to whomever I met. Okay.
Yung kanina yung pinag-uusapan natin is about the philosophy and principles that is somehow related to personal growth, no? So ang galing niya kasi parang self-improvement siya. Alam mo naman, ano to ngayon medyo in demand siya, no? Kasi ang daming motivational speakers, daming, alam mo yun, daming nagsishare about, even, meron din isa, para I'm not sure if it's, I think he's also a devotee, Jay Shetty, that's his name, from London,
I think.
From London
Yes.
ata siya, na yatra. And he's also sharing some valuable insights about the practice. And I believe he was a monk for months. But, you were living since you discovered the practice of the Hare Krishna, and now you're sharing knowledge naman to the children in Vrindavan so they can also improve their lives. No? Ang galing niya because somehow parang nagkakaroon siya ng ng cycle, no, na ibabalik yung learning, na share siya, mas lumalaki yung community. And now we have here in the Philippines, we have the Krishna Balaram Ashram in Sampaloc, Manila, wherein you are the one who also spearheaded this project together with all the volunteers and devotees from different various industries and sectors, professionals, workers, different walks of life. They are in one community helping each other, no? And now you went back to Vrindavan. So, Prabhuji, can you tell us, yung inspiration? Kasi syempre, you have a broader and deep inspiration from Vrindavan. And it's like, if someone is going to the Krishna Balaram Ashram in Sampaloc, Manila, somehow mafe-feel mo rin siya eh. Kasi I went to Vrindavan for the first time last year. And I experienced that's kinda the same experience somehow if you go to the Krishna Balaram Ashram because of the practice, similar with the prasadam, with the food, with the vegetarian. Of course, yung smell na lang, yung incense, no? So, pero what's the idea behind the Krishna Balaram Ashram for the people who would like to go there and visit it?
Yeah, actually, the idea is just try to share what we have, Kung ano man yung experience natin, since na nag-start tayo mag-practice then kasi nga nung nakarating ako ng Vrindavan, so like what is the date na 2004, so 14 years ago. So nung nakarating ako ng Vrindavan for first time in 2010, wala akong ibang desire that time na gusto kong bumalik sa Vrindavan. Like hanggat maaari yearly. But actually it happened, no? Since 2010 until 2022. Nakamiss lang ako ng isang taon last year. Hindi ako nakarating. and luckily nakarating na naman ulit ako this year. So from that point, like 12 years, I'm here in Brindaban like every year, practically every year. So yung pag-i-stay ko na yon, so especially yung pinaka last for for 5 to 6 years, twice lang akong lumabas, and it's only equivalent to like less than 2 months. So ibig sabihin like for 5 years I was here.
Mm-mm.
So dahil sa pag-stay ko ng ganong katagal dito, so whatever kung meron man, whatever Shakti or Brindaban experience that
Mm-mm.
I have accumulated or I have gained, so I wanted to share it to those devotees who are close to me, no.
Mm.
At the same time, other practitioners also and also non-practitioners, at least
Newcomers.
to experience it, okay.
Mm.
Like newcomers or
Mm-mm.
just anyone who are interested, and
Mm-mm.
we just wanted to maintain that kind of mood. No, it's like when you come to Krishna Balarama Ashram, first thing is collectively run. It's not it's not being managed by only a sole person, no, by one person alone.
Mm-mm.
So everyone is involved, and all decisions are consensus. So it's not an authoritarian place where everyone, one person can only dictate what you should do. You should do this. So it's like we are trying to break free from this traditional authoritarian management, no.
Mm.
So the ashram is more like a friendly environment. Like it's like a house. It's like a
A
home.
collective
No?
space, no?
Yeah, a
Parang
collective
ganun siya.
space. Yes,
Mm.
a collective run space. No,
Mm-mm.
no, it's like that. So the atmosphere is more easy, friendly, and natural. So
Mm.
this is what our main goal. We want everything to be natural. So we just try to accept anyone, or it is like what we try to embrace anyone who just come and let them be themselves. No, we don't want to impose too much standard. No, like this in temple setting, they all immediately they wanted you to follow this some kind of temple standard. So but here we just want to devotees or practitioners, even newcomers, to feel at home. Not whoever they will meet inside is just like they have a friendly relationship.
Basically,
So
Prabhu,
it's more
this
like
is just
that.
a discovery, no? A discovery stage for anyone who would like
Yeah.
to know about the Krishna consciousness or the Bhakti Yoga, so newcomers can easily grasp the practice and the idea. What's the books about Srila Prabhupada? What is
Yes.
Kirtan? Because I noticed, no, in the last kasi the ashram has been, I think, going to 2 years na, no? And through that, I've seen a lot of newcomers, students, musicians, business owners, different various industries din and sectors and walks of life. Talagang madami nagpupunta, and students as well, kasi nasa siya, no? Nasa gitna siya ng
Students and
student
teachers,
area.
no?
Oo.
Yeah, we have teachers also.
Oo. Napakagaling nung inspirasyon nung pagkakaano. Sabi mo nga, yung inspiration mo sa Vrindaban, parang dinala mo dito sa sa Krishna Balarama Ashram, and ang galing niya kasi na-maintain siya mini-maintain siya ng mga devotees and volunteers coming from different walks of lives again, and even di sila lahat full time no, kasi some of them are actually they have work. Some of them, as I know, some of them have students as well. So hindi talaga siya compared to yung normal na may malaking management, and then there's someone that will manage lang, but this is as I mentioned mo nga, no, it's a collective effort siya ng community to continuously improve and continuously have this program. No, since it's somehow related din sa spirituality, Prabhu, no, how does the spirituality is shaping your life and of course the others naman? Kasi syempre you started in Vrindavan, now it's here in the Philippines and there's a lot of opportunities for people here that is some into spirituality or religion in practice, dharma. Kasi ang daming nagme-meditate din simula nung pandemic. Ang daming nalak. Wala akong magagawa kundi maintindihan what's in your mind. And we are here in that mind 24/7, hindi ka makakawala. So, yung meditation parang naging ano rin siya, naging trend din siya. And now,
Yes.
we have this spirituality and there's a lot of opportunities offering by the Krishna Balarama Ashram. So how does spirituality shaping your life personally and how does will affect others people's lives?
As we observe, no, na-observe ba natin ngayon yung trend nga, tayo na mention mo na ang dami nagsulputan ng mga motivators, mga life coaches, you know. So it means na yung mga tao, they are unmotivated, they are uninspired, no? Hindi nila na-reach yung nila personal growth, yung nila yung personal capacity. So yung ashram or yung practice ng Krishna consciousness, especially yung Krishna Bhakti, it's a lifetime practice, no? This is just like what you have mentioned, self-improvement. So yung Krishna Bhakti, it will help enhance ourselves, no? Physically, emotionally, spiritually, even health-wise, no? Psychological wise. So it's like in every aspect of our life, it will enhance it into a positive way. No, ito yung main result if we keep on practicing yung Krishna Bhakti. So practice means not just like once a month meditation, like once a week meditation. It's not a practice, no? Practice means daily practice. But iniisip kasi ng iba, paano tayo makapag-practice ng meditation kapag araw-araw we are busy, no? Especially sa mga working people, yung may maraming mga business na inaasikaso, even simple household people like mga mothers na marami silang gawain pambahay. So, paano natin mapapasok na yun yung meditation and yoga? So, this is yung the art of Krishna yoga or Krishna Bhakti or Bhakti yoga. Ito yung tinuro sa atin ni Krishna through the books na inintroduce ni Srila Prabhupada, yung Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, sa books na ito, makita natin yung practical aspect ng pag-practice ng Krishna consciousness. How we can induce na mapag-practice tayo ng meditation and yoga even we are busy in our daily lives. Diba? So, ito, and by this practice, it will help improve ourselves, may enhance sa atin yung mga positive attributes gaya ng compassion, love, peace of mind, personal health care, no, self-improvement. So ito yung mga positive things, no? Hope, inspiration. So magkaroon tayo ng inspiration at motivation sa ating buhay in our day-to-day life. So ito yung art of bhakti na tinatawag. So ano ba to? Paano ba natin to maisasagawa? Simple lang naman, yung introduction sa atin ni Srila Prabhupada, the basic and easiest way to practice meditation or yoga every day is through the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Mhm.
So yun yung pinaka-basic na, especially in this age, na ngayon present age na yung tao, sobrang busy. Sobrang busy, no time for no spirituality, what do you speak of religiosity.
Mhm.
So ito yung pinaka simplest way para ma-achieve natin. Especially yung peace of mind, no? Kaya yung mga tao, di ba, marami mga nagte-take up sila ng mga iba-ibang mga retreat, seminar, kasi nga, they want to
Tama.
achieve peace of mind.
Mhm.
Di ba, nagte-take pa ng leave. Pinagplaplanuhan pa nila yan. Magli-leave pa sila
Oo.
para lang tumatin ng mga makinig sa mga motivational speakers, sa mga life coaches, kung paano nila But through practice of Krishna consciousness, we can easily attain peace of mind just by sitting for 5 to 10 minutes of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It will give a tremendous effect in our mind and heart, no? So in this way, by gradually, practicing this, then later on, sila mismo makaka-experience na
Yes.
how effective it is, no?
Correct.
Just for initial understanding, if we just try to adopt this mantra yoga, that's how they call it. So through mantra, yoga means to connect. So we are reconnecting ourselves, to the source of positive energy or supreme consciousness, para so we can be inspired again, magkaroon tayo ma-motivate ulit natin sarili natin, because we are feeling unmotivated, hopeless, no? So through in this way, we will have like a divine connection through the practice of mantra yoga. And it will help pacify our mind, kasi nga mantra, to free our mind from material anxieties, no? So through this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, yung Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If we only give ourselves a time to practice this, kayo mismo sa sarili mo makaka-feel niyan. Unless you try, you won't feel it, you won't see the proof, no? So if you just try, at least try to chant for 5 to 10 minutes of 100 times of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then for sure it will give some changes in your life. Then later on, if you feel it yourself, then you will become attracted more and more until you try to incorporate it in your life, in your daily life. So kahit na you are like a full-time mother, a student, businessman, an artist, musician, so whatever condition or whatever profession you have, everyone can practice. Yun yung kagandahan ng
Yes.
ng Krishna Bhakti. And wherever you are, kahit saan ka. So even if you are living in a busy city or in a peaceful village, it doesn't matter. Everyone can practice. And even if a child or an old man, so there is no age limit. So everyone can practice this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then later on, you will become more attracted and introduced to other aspects, how to improve or to grow your spiritual insights, or transcendental insights, whatever term we can call it. Kasi nga, once you reawaken this this sleeping state of Krishna consciousness, then it will continue to grow and grow and grow. That's why it is a lifetime practice. There's no limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Napakaganda yun, Bravo G. Syempre, ako mismo yung one of the living proof na nag-change yung lifestyle ko, nag-change yung the way I think and the way I see the world. And some people are looking into what is the purpose of life, mga ganun.
Yes.
What I realize, wala akong ganun eh. I don't really care. I just work. I go to the work, I go to the office, and pag gigising ako, tapos uwi ako, and that's it. And then I go to, bars, I drink with my friends, my office mates, and then I smoke. But when I realize about Bhakti, about the practice, I just noticed that I'm doing a lot of nonsense. And then through
Yeah.
a lot of practice, to just simply, of course, I have to be patient as well with the practice because it's not easy. It's a lot of yung commitment and dedication mo, and it will change your life talaga eh. Kasi before, I'm not doing all of the things that I do now. I kind of see
Yes.
myself in a different direction, in a different path. And when I found it, I realized that a lot of people in Brindaban are actually just there for some time, and then they go back to, like what you mentioned earlier, they just take some leave and then they go back to work there. Some of them are business owners, some of them students din,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of them are householders, different kids, different walks of life I see in there in the temples. I mean, 4 a.m. pa lang, Mangala Arti. Puno na yung temple. ganun katindi yung practice, no? Doon tayo sa chanting, no? So napaka-effective niya nung chanting, and of course yung books, when you take a look at it, with like what you mentioned, yung Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Charitamrita, and there's a lot of books for also the people who are interested in getting started into the Krishna consciousness, no? But Prabhu, I'd like to know kasi syempre mas maganda mas galing sa iyo, kasi syempre you've been in this practice for quite a while now. You've been in Vrindavan for so many times, coming back to it and go here in the Philippines. What is the what practices have you found most effective ba sa growth mo, na pwede mong i-share din sa mga katulad namin and also sa mga newcomers din na gustong mag-try?
Basically, yung lahat naman ng nagpa-practice, we follow the same thing. Yung pag-chant ng Hare Krishna Mahamanta every day with prescribed number of rounds. So, and try to improve the quality, no? Not only just like trying to finish your round. So, and the other thing, most important, is always try to be hear positive stories, no, na mag-gain ng inspiration, no? Because kasi nga every day we are always being bombarded by negative news, negative stories. Yung exposure natin sa social media, no? Just especially mobile phones, lagi natin siyang hawak, so we are always exposed to negative things, no? Especially news feeds and whatever. So there is always negativity everywhere. So ang pinaka-effective way how we can continue to improve or to maintain our practicing Krishna consciousness is to always connect yourselves, or always seek inspiration by associating with positive people, no? Like mind, who are also interested in personal growth, not just only dwelling into negative activities of the society, of the what's going on in the world with other people. So because it's already present around us in material way. So sometimes even those who are into spirituality, they are still being captured or being allured, no, to tell on negativity. So in this way, it will really affect, no, the growth, or it will destroy or hamper their devotional creeper or the seed of bhakti. So it will check yun. Kaya nangyayari, hindi tayo hindi tayo nag-improve, nagiging stagnant tayo. And sometimes we are feeling unmotivated na we are thinking that this practice or this process is not we are not gaining anything, no? Ito yung nagiging dahilan kaya iba they are like discontinuing or they are stopping from practicing. Other thing is also to keep the association, no? Keep yourself the association of like-minded people na who are there to support you, to help you, to uplift you. So ito yung importante na kailangan paligiran natin sarili natin ng mga tao na makatulong sa atin na i-uplift tayo, whether spiritually, materially, or emotionally. Yun yung health natin. So there are many factors na but importante yung mga tao sa paligid mo. Sino yung mga sa paligid mo, sino yung mga tulong sa iyo. So ito rin yung different association, no? Meron tayong iba-ibang mga association. So importante you are associating with the like-minded people na may inspire ka, no? Kasi yung ibang association is like only for formality, based on fear or based on managerial thing. So nagiging formal. So we need a natural association talagang na may inspire ka. So ito yung dapat na kahanap natin. We should seek this. And this way, mapoprotektahan mo yung risk na bhakti mo. Hindi lang mapoprotektahan, pa siya, may enhance and nurture. So, at nandyan din yung mga personal readings. Importante rin yan. Kailangan palagi mong i-feed din yung mind mo at para lalo kang inspire. At you can gain knowledge of what you are doing, no? Hindi lang because this is not like what I told before. It's not, we are not practicing like religiosity or some kind of blind faith or fanaticism.
Sectarian.
So logic, reasons, and even science, no?
Yun.
So everything and experience. So ito yung pinaka-importante. Kailangan we always hear from those who experience it, no? At least
correct.
we have living proof ng mga na mga tao na nagsasabuhay na ito. And in Bintaban, napakaraming taong ganyan yan na sila yung living proof na na yung Chris na bhakti talagang nasa kanila. Kaya lalo kang may inspire kasi nga makikita mo na totoo, kumbaga nabubuhay sila. Diba?
Grabe. Yung experience din, grabe.
Isang lugar, di ba? Sila yung living proof, living society. So, iba pa rin talaga. So, at least, ito pa yung isa na makapagpatibay ng ng practice. At least try, even once in your lifetime na amarating kayo sa Brindavan. Kasi, iba talaga. Sila, siguro narinig lang sa akin, pero iba pa rin pag talaga pag na-experience na naramdaman nyo, kayo mismo nakakita. Kayo, yung sarili ko mismong mata at mapipil nyo talaga. And for sure, this is a life-changing experience.
Yes.
Not just this present lifetime, even maybe your previous lifetime ma-affectan nyo rito. So yun ang very powerful na na at least try to come here. Actually, yung ticket, yung time, hindi siya problema eh. Yung desire lang natin, yung priority lang natin sa buhay. Diba? Nasa sa inyo yan, kung ano talaga yung priority nyo. Minsan, di ba, sabi nila, Prabhu, mahal ticket, but they are buying different gadgets, which is more than the price of coming here, no? And they are going to Hong Kong, Taiwan. So, see, it's
other places.
Yung desire. Diba?
Tama.
So, yun lang. So, I think I mentioned some of the different factors. Ma-improve natin yung practice natin. Kaya sinabi ko, Krishna Bhakti is a lifetime practice. No? It's a lifetime practice. We have to do it daily, no? Sa day-to-day practice.
Yun, sakto.
Lifestyle.
Oo, sakto yung pagkaka-mention mo ng lifestyle, no? Siyempre nasabi mo na kung paano tayo mag-improve, paano natin magagamit yung knowledge na natutunan natin. How you can maintain it is by associating with like-minded people and stay in the positive direction, positive mindset, and making sure na what you put in is all positive then, starting from the social media, kahit sa TV, make sure na kasi what you put in will come out input output yun siya di ba? Kung garbage in, it's garbage out. So if you make sure na positive siya, it's all about, self-growth, it's all about bhakti, it's all about understanding life, then you will basically improve automatically the way you do it, no? Prabhu, so you mentioned it's a lifestyle and it's gonna be forever for some, and for some, I don't know, but is there a daily routine for Balaram Prabhu so you can stay in practice? Kasi some people, di ba, they wake up in the morning 4 a.m. to start the meditation and then reading and then tuloy-tuloy na yan hanggang hapon, hanggang gabi. I know there's a timings, but for Balaram Prabhu, what is your daily routine that you can share to us?
Okay, so I have different time schedule. It depends to the place where I am. So here in Brindaban it's different because here you are more likely inclined, no, to practice, no, because of the influence of the atmosphere or environment, no, ganun katindi rito. Ayaw at gusto mo, talagang mapupwersa ka.
It's normal.
Yung body clock mo may iba talaga.
Yes,
kasi nga ng environment. So dito actually yung normally pag nandito ako, kadalasan nakatulog ako ng maaga, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, late na yung 10 o'clock. So yun yung pinaka kahit pilitin ko mag-stay up to 12 midnight, hindi kaya, iba. Bigla nakakatulog ka talaga. Then so pag nakatulog ako ng maaga rin ako nagigising. Kumbaga natural na lang na bigla na lang ako magising ng 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, late na yung 4. So ganun katindi yung dito, influence ng kasi maririnig mo na yung meron mga loudspeaker, maririnig mo na yung mga mantras. Tapos meron yung bell ng temple, maririnig mo na yan around 4 o'clock. So kumbaga na yan hudyat na yan na kailangan mo lang gumising. Kumbaga natural na. Mabangon ka na, maliligo na, then mag-start ka na so ganong oras 3 to 4 nakaligo na ako, then start na ako mag-meditate through like chanting, then after for 30 minutes or 1 hour, then mag-start ako ng personal puja, or because I'm maintaining some my own personal takurji. That's how they call it here, takurji. So pupuja ako for maximum 20 minutes, no? Gano'n lang, simplified puja. Then usually I go out after that, like around 5 o'clock. I go out for a walk. But here, yung paglalakad mo dito, tinatawag lang parikram. So yung mo nga rito, movement mo dito, everything is connected to bhakti. Matulog ka nga lang, kahit matulog ka dito, na yun, devotional service na yun. It's like you're offering dandavat pranam to the holy dam. So nagsiserve ka pa rin. So ganun katindi. So yung paglalakad mo, service pa rin yun. Parikram tawag doon. So around 5, actually yung purpose ko maglakad para ma-exercise ako. Hindi ko siya iniisip as a act of devotion or something, but
counted yun.
Consider siya, no? Kumbaga yung sinasabi, sa ayaw at gusto mo, bawat kilos mo, they are being counted as devotional service. So ganun lugar dito. So yun, around 5 o'clock, naglalakad ako, at least maximum 1 hour. Then sa paglalakad ko, binibisita ko yung mga iba-ibang temple. Kasi dito nga, di ba, sa Brindaban, binabanggit nga ni Prabhupada, yun ang tumatak sa isip ko na yung Brindaban daw, merong 5,000 temple mahigit. Di ba?
Dami,
Isip ko,
grabe.
yung pala, kasama pala doon yung mga iba-ibang mga bahay-bahay. Kasi nga, ang bawat bahay dito, temple na, ginagawa nilang temple.
Mm-mm.
So,
Kahit yung
Ganun
kanto
kasi,
ng street, magugulat ka, may temple eh.
oo.
Sa gitna ng
Diba?
kalye, may temple.
Isang street lang, napakaraming mga temple. So, yun. So, nagbibisit ako ng mga within 1 hour na yon sa paglalakad ko, binibisita ko yung mga iba-ibang mga temple. Especially yung mga major temple dito. Like yung bahay nila Krishna Balaram doon sa taas. Napuntahan niyo yun, di ba?
Oh, yes.
So, yun.
Sa taas.
Visited ko kasi. Nrsingadev Temple, yan. Lagi kong pinupunta sa umaga yan. Then, yung ibang mga tunda. Meron dito, Yasoda-kun, Paban Sarovar, tsaka yung Morkun or Morbihari Temple. So, at least 5 to 8 temples na bibisit ko within 1 hour sa paglalakad. Ganun yun yung day routine ko. Pagkatapos nyo magbe-break, I will take breakfast, so mag-offer ako. Then, I will go with my usual seba or in our school. Then, in the afternoon, ganun lang, minsan maglalakad ulit, bisita ulit sa iba pang mga temple. So, ganun lang, ganun lang yung daily life. Tapos, habang nalakad ka, nag-chant, then sometimes extra time, nagbabasa ng mga ibang mga stories, di ba? I always read different stories connected to Krishna.
Yun ah.
Siyempre, hindi natin yung mga ibang mga engagement na yung sa ashram, di ba?
Oo.
Yung maintain our communication with our friends and volunteers at mga.
Hello, Prabhu. No, speaking of, since you work with the project with the Project Krish in Vrindavan, like what you mentioned earlier, and then you're a part of the faculty as a teacher, helping the children to gain knowledge so they can improve themselves and help their family, give back to the community, like what you are doing here in the Philippines, which is also you're the one who spearheaded the group of volunteers and devotees at the Krishna Balaram Ashram Manila, no? And then you have N4S coming here this May, which is the 30th anniversary, and there will be an art show exhibit of a group of artists. So there's so many projects, Prabhu. But for someone like what you mentioned that are looking into a practice, like for example, for them this may be a meditation, a spirituality that can get a small bhakti or maybe as just an inspiration na lang, how they can connect, how they can visit the Krishna Balaram Ashram and experience themselves the Hare Krishna community or this practice in bhakti, so they can discover about themselves more, about the world more, and the knowledge as well that our Srila Prabhupada is giving to the world.
Yeah, so those who are practically in Metro Manila, so this is the main purpose, is to give opportunity doon sa mga tao mirahan sa Manila and other nearby cities. So we have this ashram, or a home or a space na mayroong chance na if you are looking for some alternative gathering, like a weekend gathering, so ito yung chance mo na. And the location is strategically located in the heart of the city na easy access siya, whether you are a commuter or you have a private vehicle, because it is near the LRT station in Legazpi. So even you are coming from the south or northbound, you can have easy access. So from Antipolo or coming from so you can just get down in LRT Legard, then it's just walking distance. So if you have a private vehicle or a bicycle or a motorcycle, it's also very easy to locate. Just it is nearby UNC, also Bustidos Church, and at the back of National University. So this is the main thing. We wanted to get a spot where it will be accessible to everyone. No, so at least they can easily reach it. Then it is in Manila, so surrounded metropolitan or different cities, they can easily come to it. Especially nowadays, there is a Joyride, Angkas, or Grab. So everything becomes easy. So all you have to do is just to come there, no? Bisitahin nyo lang siya. We have a program on Saturday and Sunday. So if you are busy or working people, Sunday is there, no? Or even you can come on Saturday evening. So, and the setting or the environment is informal, no? It's like you can get along with or easily associate yourselves with sa mga tao na nandun. So hindi siya it's not a formal gathering or some kind of prayer meeting or something like this. So and the topic is like easy going. Basic topic lang siya, and especially chanting. And the most important thing, this is the reputation of the ashram, is the food that we serve, no? After the program, at the end of the program, we are serving nagbibigay kami ng nag-serve kami ng vegan food, no?
Yun.
It's not only one kind of a complete vegan meal na ma-experience ng mga nagpupunta.
Nice.
To promote this wholesome plant-based lifestyle. So yun yun, di ba? Maupo ka lang, you will have new friends, you will be introduced to same or like-minded people, or other people are like also seeking for alternative gathering or alternative lifestyle na naghahangad din sila ma-improve yung lifestyle, magkaroon ng ma-inspire, ma-motivate. That is also, if you are looking for spirituality, ayan din yun. If you are looking for meditation, for yoga, for vegan, if you are an artist, musician, so lahat nandyan eh. Kasi nga, yung Krishna Bharti, it is a of living, no? It is art. So, we can, it's a big scope, kaya natin, it's all inclusive, ina-embrace natin lahat. So, this is your chance, na it is for free, no? Saka makakita lang ganyan, na mukha ka lang, na magkakaroon ka ng new insights, new additional knowledge. Even if you don't want to become a Hare Krishna, no, it doesn't matter. You just observe and you just take part in music or just take the vegan meal. So, no problem. Importante, kung ano man yung purpose mo magpunta, whether it is for health purpose, for knowledge, for philosophy, for music, or just you just want to have new friends, or just want to meet with people and gain some peace of mind, then this is for you. Ito yung para sa inyo. So we in-establish namin to para magkaroon ng space. Yung mga tao, it's like an oasis, no? Na magkaroon tayo ng makahinga tayo saglit, because we are all busy, we are our daily lives, right? Agawa. So ang mga tao, naghahanap sila ng peace of mind. So, hindi nila kailangan lumayo outside Manila. So, in the heart of the city, once you enter this ashram, it's like you are entering into an oasis. No? It's a whole new world, whole new experience. Na? Just by listening to the kirtan and just by tasting the meals, no? Talagang kakaiba. Hindi nyo maintindihan sinasabi ko if you don't visit, if you don't experience it on yourself. Kayo patunay. So you are all welcome. We are inviting everyone na please take full advantage. Even it's not only for the newcomers, even those who are practicer, yung mga nagpa-practice na mismo or already have background. So if you are follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you are Krishna devotee, nandyan lang yung ashram. Huwag kayong don't hesitate to come. Ano ba yung pupigil sa inyo? Bakit hindi kayo nagpupunta? Biruin nyo, almost 2 years na nandyan yan. Nakatira lang kayo sa paligid ng ashram. So why not? No? Bimisita kayo. Huwag yung sayangin yung opportunity. Because ito na yung yung Bhakti Association or associating with the practitioners of Bhakti, yan yung pinaka-gem ng isang practitioner. Kasi very rare na pauuwa ngayon. Very rare. So try to take full advantage. Sayang kasi we don't know kung hanggang kailan nandyan yan, di ba? So we are trying to just facilitate, to facilitate the need of, kasi nga meron tayong urgent need, especially ngayon tayo na to, masyado na tayong na disturb, yung mga tao masyadong distracted. So it is our chance, opportunity. Okay, so please come. Everyone is welcome.
Okay.
We have programs on Saturday and Sunday.
Everyone is welcome Saturday and Sunday at Krishna Balaram Ashram. Saturday, Prabhuji, starts at 5, Bhakti Vriksha, and Sunday, 10 a.m. onwards. That's for Sunday. Love Feast. Yeah, so and they can also see the Facebook page, right? And also the Facebook page of N4S, Krishna Balaram Ashram. And they can see the updates there, the vegan plant-based meal that they are serving, the community, and the upcoming events and programs. Especially the next month, there will be a lot of programs happening. This April, there will be some festivals coming in. So hopefully see you all there. And Krishna Balaram Ashram is a community again that you can come into and join. All right, and welcome for everyone. Okay, so thank you so much, Prabhuji, from Vrindavan, straight up. Balaram Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us in this project, the Hardcore Podcast. Thank you so much. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Radhe.
Thank you, Radhe.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.